Welcome to Komodo Metaverse Discussions. I'm E. Giuliano, and this is a podcast about cryptocurrency, blockchains, and Komodo platforms, technologies, and relationships. And today we're talking about Cryptocollider, the chain-based game that has been around since about 2015, and most recently migrated over to its own independent smart chains from Komodo platform. So we will hear all about what they're working on and working towards now, including a wallet and a DEX. We'll hear about CoinSite and much more. So I'm joined by Collider, CJ, as you might know, Crypto Challenger, and Weblet from the Cryptocollider team. So why don't you go ahead and click the like button, and thanks for commenting and sharing the video to help inform everyone about the Komodo Metaverse and about Cryptocollider. So we've even got some screen share today if you're interested to watch the video. I'm joined again, like I said, by Collider. Hello, Collider. CJ.
Hey, hello, Giuliano. Great to be here.
Wonderful to have you. And we also have this time with us Challenger and Weblet. Hello, Challenger.
Yes, Giuliano, nice to talk to you.
Yes, nice to talk to you too. And the previous time that I talked about Cryptocollider, it was solely with CJ. So it's nice to have some fresh voices here that we can hear from. And it's nice to know that there are more minds and hands working on Cryptocollider. And speaking of more minds and hands, we also have Weblet. Hi, Weblet.
Nice to meet you, Giuliano, and hello, everyone.
Hi, thanks for being here as well. And so we are going to hear first from Collider. He's going to just give us a bit of an introduction. He's going to introduce the project, and he's also going to introduce for us Collider and Weblet and describing their roles. So Collider, welcome. And why don't you get us started introducing us to Cryptocollider and everything you have to share with us?
Yeah, so thanks very much for the opportunity. It has been a long journey with Collider, and maybe some of the listeners are already familiar with the game and apps that we've released already, but there's probably an even bigger group that are experiencing Collider for the first time. And just to summarize very top level, it's a mixture of a trading game and of trading and gaming. So a gamified exchange, and this next version that we've got coming out, version 1.8, is the largest update we've ever made by a wide margin, because this is when we're going to integrate the games, not only release a new game, so we'll have two, but both will be integrated into the Atomic DEX with other features that we add as well to become a complete blockchain portal. So everything that you would need to fully explore and learn crypto from the start and use it for earning and different opportunities that we can provide through the one solid app. So we call it the place where you can learn, earn, store, trade, and play. So to go over a little bit more detail, the learn part is the learning game that we're just about to release for the first time under the name of Crypto Challenge, which is what Crypto Challenger, the developer, is focused on providing and supporting the customers through that as we release it. The earn portion is the CoinSite app, which is a research tool with a proprietary grading system to try and identify the coins which are most undervalued. The store part is the existing wallet features from the Atomic DEX, where you can have user custody of probably hundreds of different assets, all on their independent chains and secure in your own wallet. The trade part, which is the existing DEX features from Atomic DEX, and the play part, which is the experts game, the original Cryptocollider trading game that hopefully a lot of people have seen already, and is just getting better all the time.
Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a lot right there to go over. That's basically everything all in one. You have mentioned about the original game, the arena game. You mentioned about an educational based game. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
And
right. So that's the game that
Yeah.
fills out the whole offering, so that we've got something there for the beginners.
Nice, good. And you've mentioned the coin site, which is a research-based app you mentioned. And then you mentioned about also the wallet and the DEX from Atomic DEX and Komodo platform. And I think just to highlight before we move on and speak with Challenger and Weblet, what you've been able to do by migrating over to Komodo platform is, and we talked about this in the previous discussion we had a while back, is that you've been able to take Komodo platform's multi-chain architecture and been able to spin up a multiple blockchains in order to produce this collider experience. Could you just highlight that? You don't have to go into too much depth about it, but I remember you calling it a division of labor. So is there something you might say surrounding that, or just catch up anybody who isn't quite clear that's the mechanics, the anatomy of what you've got going on here?
Yeah. Well, it gets quite complicated quite quickly, but in a overall sort of gist of it is that the way that Ether and other blockchains are scaling through layer 2 solutions is not the only way, and I don't think it's actually the most productive and long-term way to scale these systems. That I really feel that the multi-chain architecture that Komodo has embraced is the one that will really allow us to have the best combination of security, speed, and scalability. So Collider as a game puts so much pressure on the blockchains for scalability that only the very, very best solution will do. And that's why I choose Komodo. It's a real pragmatic approach to saying, okay, we need to do all these different transactions, possibly thousands of transactions per game, and award points and do all this complicated stuff that needs to be all secured on blockchains in order to be fully decentralized. And multi-chain is really enables that. You keep everything in fees that are under your control, and that means that we can have the fees down incredibly low and make it accessible for new people, and ultimately to provide a really solid product where it just works. It's secure, it's fast, it doesn't slow down or cost 10 times more as the user base grows, and that's what splitting up all the different tasks that the game provides into different chains. And we're currently getting close to releasing the second chain of 3.
Amazing. Well, thank you for that overview. And maybe in a future episode, we can get together and discuss some more of the technical nuances, and you can get us a little bit messy with all of those details. Okay. But
Sure.
without going too far into that, why don't we continue then? You were going to introduce for us the new developers and the roles that they've taken on for Cryptocollider. Would you like to go into that next?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pass over to Crypto Challenger in just a moment, just to introduce Cryptochallenger. He's been with the project since the very beginning. He did the sound and graphics and original marketing for Cryptocollider, the original arena game. And then, as we, sort of recalibrated, took a little bit of a break, and now has come back full time to focus on challenge specifically. And with that, Challenger, would you like to explain the game?
Yeah, thanks, CJ. Thanks, Giuliano. Yes, this is a Pac-Man inspired 2D arcade game with a twist. You'd be moving around the levels, testing your dexterity and your skill using the phone's gyroscope as the balance and orientation of the character, so you can get around to the levels. Your mission is to get to the questions with little damage as possible, and keep your health intact. Like Pac-Man, you've got tablets to go over to increase your health. Those little tablets might be Bitcoin or other objects that represent what that level is. And you will have to get all the questions right before moving on to the next level or topics. There's points involved as well, so your challenge also is to grab as many points as you can, because that is going to be very useful in the Collider portal as well, with all the different apps.
Well, it definitely looks fun, even just based on the visuals. So I'm really excited to try this out. And is there anything else that you wanted to mention about it before we continue?
So yeah, we're going to be covering a lot of other topics like technicals, what an RSI is, and teach you about the cycles of Bitcoin and the crypto space, because they do have cycles. Digital assets, NFTs, they're becoming incredibly popular as well, and things that we don't even know about yet. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's free to play. It's just a way to get spruced up on your knowledge that this game is going to give you opportunity for people to learn more.
Nice. So for example, like you mentioned questions, multiple choice, and one of the questions here is if Bitcoin market cap was equal to gold, how much would one Bitcoin be worth? And just some fun questions like that. That's pretty cool. When you were putting this together, did you have difficulty not smiling all the time? And I'm smiling from all the visuals and just the ideas and just the thought of people interacting with this. So what was your experience, with this in terms of, because you've used the word fun for the game itself. What was it fun for you developing it? And does the thought of this game bring you fun emotions?
Yeah, look, when I was a kid, I used to play Pac-Man with my father, and it was a good way to bond. And I thought, how are people going to get to learn about crypto, because it's very robotic and people can search for the information, but they don't really know exactly where to get it or what to trust. And I think having a game like this that you can play, like Pac-Man, it's an arcade sort of style game with a couple of twists in it. You can you go around, and in your free time, when you're not in such a serious mood, you can start picking up some really, really good information out there to get you on your way. So it's just attracting you inside the space. It's getting the beginners mixed in with the experienced people, and creates a very good community within Collider as well. And then people can, it's a good icebreaker. So people can come in and have a chat about it, learn more about it outside the game. And then once they get that, they little bit more knowledge, they can come in and use other parts of Collider as well, and really engage in how to access the coins, and what through CoinSite. That's going to be a good way to get some more information after you've learned from the challenge, and then from there you go into the Collider arena, and you want to get professional and really enjoy the space.
Well, that sounds fascinating, and you've tied together the set of offerings that Cryptocollider is bringing forth, including, you mentioned CoinSite, which we'll hear a bit more from CJ later, but also we're going to hear from Weblet about the DEX and wallet. So we're going to get to that in just a second. So yeah, I think unless there's anything else you wanted to mention about Crypto Challenge, go ahead.
Yeah, I think come in, have a go. Also, with Challenge, you can come in and submit. There's a builder mode inside the game as well, where it doesn't matter who you are, experienced or beginner, you can submit questions and answers in the fields supplied as well to build the game, because it is, as I said, it's community based, and people can put questions and answers in there to help the game develop further.
I'm loving it. I'm just smiling from all of this potential here. And I think that it's great that the community is invited to join in and participate in creating the challenge. Great. Well, I think the key takeaway from Crypto Challenge is fun. And so we're looking forward to that release. And we thank you for coming on today. And we'll continue chatting throughout this discussion. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Challenger, and sharing with us what you've been working on. And we look forward to some more.
Yeah, so before I go, Giuliano, it's really nice to talk to you. I'm very excited about the challenge game and CoinSight, the decks, the Collider Arena. It's been very exciting working on this project for so long, and 1.8 coming out. It's going to open up a lot of doors for a lot of different people who want to get into the space and learn it, and it's going to get very exciting as time progresses. And we also are very proud of standing alongside an incredible tech innovator like Komodo. I can only imagine its potential and Collider's potential as we both scale.
And if you're listening and you want to participate in that Crypto Challenge, then join the Discord and follow up with that. Is that right, Challenger?
Yeah, come in and have a chat. There's going to be some giveaways, earning Collider coin as well. It's going to be good to have a discussion about what topics should be next, or what to include in the existing topics. We're going to have an opportunity for giving wrong answers as well, because I need to fill the game up as we go with the wrong answers, so people have to really think about the question when they play the game. So come into our Discord, come and have a chat. The game is going to be fantastic. I want everybody to benefit from it, and it's just going to give a lot of people that don't know anything about crypto an opportunity to learn it and to learn some very good information. So yeah, come in and we'll see you soon.
Amazing. Thanks, Challenger. And CJ, would you like to now introduce Weblet?
Weblet is quite the newest member of the team, just joining us early this year, about 4 or 5 months ago now, and is also relatively new to crypto, but absolutely getting a pretty fast crash course, learning very fast, and bringing a lot of pure programmer sort of skills. It may even be a better programmer than me, just needs a bit more experience in the crypto space, and then he'll be building the whole thing. But at the moment, he's focusing on the wallet and DEX, the integration of the games, the page we see here, all of Weblet's work, and I'll just let him sort of come into the chat and describe what his experience has been like so far.
Excellent. Thank you, CJ, and welcome, Weblet, and thank you for joining us. And we would love to hear more about yourself and what's been going on for you here as you've been creating or integrating with the wallet and DEX. Maybe you want to also mention what it's been like interacting with the Komodo platform technologies, and yeah, just generally your thoughts and feelings about being in this space. So welcome.
Yeah, perhaps it's arguable that who's a better programmer out of me is CJ. But yes, it's been quite an experience for me. Definitely, I come from a game developing background, actually. So moving into working with Komodo platforms, Atomic Dex was a different experience. Yes, definitely. However, it's been a fun and engaging experience. If you notice, there's an additional tab to the now what would be Collider Dex, which is the games tab, which allows, it's almost like a portal. It allows you to go to the challenge, which I've integrated into the decks, as well as the arena. And
Wow.
it brings it all into one, which will
Yeah.
also, it'll integrate the wallet that was originally in the Collider arena. It'll integrate the wallet from the decks so that it will be decentralized, I suppose. As CJ mentioned, I am quite new to crypto as well, so there's a lot of terminology and stuff that I'm still learning.
Oh yeah, what's that been like for you? Has it been very heavy? Has it been have you felt pressure and stress? Has it been easy for you to pick it up? What's been going on for you?
It's been, it's quite difficult to get my head around at some things, and that's why I respect our challenge part of the project, because it would benefit someone like me even, just to learn about more things. But because I've sort of had my head in the codes for the most part, especially with a new system and everything like that, I haven't had much opportunity to really learn, just between talking to the crew and the team, and listening out and kind of asking what's this, what's that, and reading up as well. When I've been reading up on things, been learning along the way, I guess you could say.
So when you say reading up, are you reading like the Komodo developer documentation, or what does that mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Mainly,
yeah,
yes.
cool. Okay. And like for me, I probably wouldn't be able to understand it to the degree that you can understand it. There's no doubt about that. So what has that been like for you, using and interacting with Komodo platform technologies and reading the documentation? Has that been helpful, or?
Yes, it's definitely helped me both understand what I'm dealing with in development sides of things, as well as things about crypto. And it really quickly introduced me to the theory of, well, the proven technology of decentralization, I suppose. So one of the first things I suppose I learned about was that, and its usefulness. But it's, as I said, it's still quite fresh, and there's still a lot I don't understand, but I am very keen to understand.
Good.
I actually,
well, that's exciting.
I have a newfound love, I guess you could say, for crypto.
Well, we'd like to hear
love
that.
To get into it.
Nice. We'd love to hear that. And you know what? To be fair, you must have some good karma, because you're working with a pretty exciting and unique project, and you're using some high level. It seems like you're using some very, because I imagine here that Komodo platform technologies are quite high level. I mean, you're integrating here this arena game into a wallet and DEX application, and you know I'm like, we're going to hear from CJ some more about CoinSite and other things, but it's just that I think that you've got this technology at your fingertips, and it sounds like your learning path in crypto is actually going to bring you to very high heights. And if you
so.
if you have the skills that are that CJ is praising you for, then we're very lucky to have you around here, and lucky that you've chosen to put your energy and efforts towards the Cryptocollider project. And so welcome, Weblet, and we hope to have you back around for more conversations. So is there anything else you wanted to mention about this wallet and DEX that you've been working on, and any of the integrations particularly?
Possibly. I will let CJ handle the auto hedging part, but I suppose it's still very in its early form. Probably would be within an alpha stage. There will be additional tabs added, such as CoinSite, Discord. Basically, this will just be the hub for everything. But I will let CJ explain further. He's the mastermind here. He knows what's
Awesome.
going on.
Okay.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, anytime.
Excellent. Good. Yeah. It's been a amazing addition to the team. I think since he's been part of the team, even counting the learning, it takes a little bit of the learning curve. The productivity, we've probably increased productivity 50 to 100% in the last few months as a result of having the extra developer. So wish I could have 3 more of him. That would probably be enough to achieve what we're trying to. But yeah, no, I think it's we got a good core team now, and I'm looking forward to achieving a lot.
Excellent. So CJ, could you tell us a bit more then about, Weblet mentioned auto hedge, but we also want to hear about the coin site. And then, yeah, you could talk more about the arena and DEX integration. Tell me a bit about this auto hedge. I haven't heard about that yet, I don't think. So go for it.
Yeah, well, maybe because we're talking about it, already, I'll skip straight to the auto hedge feature, because as people who've been viewing the video will have seen from the screen sharing, the arena in its integrated glory. So just to go over that quickly again, the integration with the arena in the DEX now is tighter integration than we've had with any other exchange or wallet system in the past, where the account that you have in the arena is automatically created and linked back to your Collider coin address and all the addresses of your other coins inside the DEX. So by playing the game, by just clicking on the game tabs, you're instantly registered and got the connection of your account back to your address, which will use the signing technology from the Atomic DEX to verify that communication and take away that barrier of entry. So you don't have to sign up, you're just straight in, and you don't have to remember or copy and paste addresses to preload coins into the game, because it's all automatically there for you. So if we go into account, you go into Komodo and then deposit, we'll see that the address is automatically supplied. Now I just need to enter the amount and send it in. And that is the way to play with instant real-time feedback and do it in a more skilled and focused sort of approach. But we also have the option of autoplay, which we'll probably call auto hedge. Probably might sound a little bit better. It's a little bit more descriptive. So what this does is it will automatically play the balance that you choose inside your wallet into the game, and then all of the hedging, the results, the winnings in other coins get automatically sent back to your address in the DEX. So it's a non-custodial way of playing, and it's also has extra rewards in points for providing this liquidity, because what it does is it means that by having this constant auto playing going on with a lot of users, that there's always someone to play against. You're sort of providing the bots for other people to play against, and that will make it more attractive for people to play, and then they can win by playing with skill, and the auto hedges get the impact, get the benefit of hedging, diversifying their portfolio, and they'll mine Collider coin at a much faster rate as a reward for providing the liquidity. So
you'd be mining the Collider coin, and that would, let's say you're using this integrated wallet and DEX, and that would just show up for you in the same wallet and DEX, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice, amazing. So that basically is the overview of this auto hedge, which is currently called autoplay, and the arena and DEX integration. It really does showcase the quality of the Atomic DEX. We call it the APIs and the system, basically, right? And just the
framework.
The framework, that's the word I'm looking for. The Atomic DEX framework, which allows for this this multi-coin wallet, decentralized exchange, and then potentially like fiat gateways, whatever. And then you have also something like games, or where it comes to Tokel, you have NFTs, or other projects will have their own project specific tabs. But it's just so how do you say, so ready for people to build with. And Cryptocollider is showing us a premium way of using the Atomic Dex wallet. It's quite the Atomic Dex framework.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very expandable. It's a base layer that every project needs. I mean, I think every crypto project out there is really going to benefit by having their own branded wallet and DEX. And I think the only reason we haven't seen 100 versions of the Atomic DEX so far is just people just don't know it's out there yet. They haven't seen the examples yet. And I mean, apart from Dog Decks, but even so, I think we can, through the Collider Decks / Collider portal, we can hopefully inspire a lot more.
And it has to do with games, right? That's what the beautiful thing about Cryptocollider is. And then the beautiful thing about Tokel, for example, is about NFTs. And then, I mean, but just to stick with Collider here, the beautiful thing is about games. What is your, let's just step away from Komodo specifically. We can obviously tie it back into Komodo and Cryptocollider specifically more so, is, games are big talk in the space, right? In blockchain space, blockchain-based games, play to earn, all these kinds of things. So have you been keeping an eye on all of that? And how does Cryptocollider fit into that multiverse, let's call it? And what are some of your thoughts going forward with Cryptocollider and introducing it to the audience of gamers and people who just love the idea of playing games and playing them on blockchains? Any thoughts around that?
Yes, well, it seems like we were probably quite a bit ahead of the market in terms of the trading game being released, years ago and marketed years ago. It was really uphill battle for people to understand it, and then for the small group of people who understood it, they were mostly experts in the field and not actually sort of, they understood it, they appreciated it, they really thought it was excellent. But then where were the players? Like we just needed to wait for the understanding the market to mature enough that there would be a large group of players there ready to really get into it. And in the process of seeing that gap, that's where we decided to create another game that would be the polar opposite, that it would be focused on beginners and on education rather than experts who already know everything and want to sort of the trading arena is great for having a bit of fun once you've already got into the industry and you're sort of looking for something a bit more innovative or strange or different. And the hedging effect is actually works really well when you play a lot, but you have to play a lot, and not everyone has time for that. So that's where the auto hedge button will comes into it, and should allow us to have a lot more players, but maybe we'll have 3/4 of the players who are auto hedging and they're just sort of collecting Collider coin and using it for that service. And because they're doing that, there's always play happening. There's always sort of coins on the table that people who really understand the skill of it can get in there and win off of them. So hopefully we can get all of those things functioning together and provide another, like a new way for people to earn by playing games. And Challenge is the one that sits on the opposite end of that, where it's completely free. You don't need to own crypto to start. In fact, you actually earn Collider coin by playing, and that can be the very first start that you get. So hopefully we see, if we get it right, hopefully we see a large group of people coming in through the front door, which is Challenge, and then a filtering down as they learn and eventually make it through to the experts game.
Amazing. Yes, and I do think that the crypto challenge is just seems like a perfect polar opposite in that sense, like you mentioned it, and it really is so attractive. It's fun, like you mentioned, it's free and offers you a reward as well. But and just the topics are, it's very topical. I love it. I think that it's going to be fantastic, and I really look forward to the rollout of that one. And I wish you a lot of luck with the rollout of Crypto Challenge. Now, we didn't talk about CoinSite yet, so I do want to give some time for that. Why don't we talk about
Yes.
CoinSite before we sign off for this one?
Yeah, I will be as concise as I can. But CoinSite is a bit of a pet project that I've been working on for the last couple of years, where I was looking for a way to try and identify what coins are most undervalued, because obviously that's where the biggest opportunity for gains are. And as much as I've been pretty, spread thin with working on all these different parts of the project, CoinSite I've given a little bit more attention to in the last few weeks, and it's ready to be integrated into the DEX, into the portal, so that people can have the research tool right there, and we can continue to expand it with more things. But basically, what it does is it looks at how the coins are performing for various sort of fundamental and technical analysis, and compares that to how they're performing based purely on market cap, and then trying to identify which ones are most out of sync. Which ones are doing incredibly well in their fundamentals, in their on-chain data, but are doing relatively poor in their market cap. So at the moment, out of the top 50, we can see that CoinSite likes Tron, Litecoin, Near Protocol, EOS, Cosmos the most. And so those ones is what it's saying are currently the most undervalued. Now, if we go back a month, it was saying Shiba Inu was the most undervalued.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, really? Oh no, I've done something wrong here.
Yeah.
I've messed it up. But then within a couple of weeks of being at the top of the list, it went up 300%. If we go back a year, when the first version of the formula, put Doge and Cardano at the top, but then obviously since they've risen so much, now they're way down the list because they're no longer undervalued. It doesn't mean they're overvalued. It just means they're no longer as undervalued as, say, Tron and Litecoin.
Right. Yeah, relative to those others.
Yeah. Near Protocol, there was another one that's doubled in the last week, and before it doubled, it was at the top. So it's starting to show some really good signals, and I think it's time to sort of get it more exposure. And what we're going to do, first announcement of this actually, is make it a special feature integrated into the DEX, only visible for people who have 100 Collider coin or greater.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's not tremendously difficult to obtain as 100 Collider coin, and
yeah, about $1.
And so pardon me.
About $1 to $3 currently, but maybe it'll be a lot more.
I mean,
no, exactly.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
So that's
Room
incredible, and you've got the games, you've got the education, and you've got the trading and investing information here, the research through this CoinSite. How do you call it? We'll call it an algorithm or formula. So that's incredible. This is very nice, and you said it's a bit of a pet project for you. So you've been around for quite a long time in the crypto scene, in the blockchain scene, the Bitcoin world, and it shows that you have a well-rounded vision for Cryptocollider, and just the fact that all of these pieces tie together so nicely and have such a similar theme. I think it's well, I want to commend you and share my feeling of respect for what you've put together and continue to put together. And it just feels like it's just getting started, which I hope so is the case. Yeah, so any thoughts on what I just said?
Yeah, no, that's very yeah, it's great to get that feedback to start to. What I would really love is to see more usage. I mean, we've got to get to the point where we're putting, rubber on the road and, growing the user base. And this interview, all the development we've done so far, it's all leading up to this stage, and hopefully we can have another chat in a month or two's time, and we've got
Perfect.
a lot of growth and to
yeah, that would be
report back,
nice. Yeah, and then we can continue, and I think we are running close to the end of this discussion. And Challenger and Weblet, I would love to have you both back on as well during that time, or at another time, it's fine too. And I just want to commend the three of you for the work that you've done to push forward these technologies, specifically for Cryptocollider, as well as just overall showcasing the power of the Komodo platform technologies. And so I think we'll just go around and say goodbye before we close out the stream. And if you have any final thing you want to say, any Twitter account or anything else that we could reach you, please, this is a good time to share it. So we'll start with Weblet.
No, I think I've said all I need to say. But thank you for having me. It's nice to meet you, Giuliano. Finally.
Wonderful. Good.
And
well,
thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah, and come on over to the Discord and chat with Weblet if you so please, as well. Challenger. So Challenger, how about yourself?
Yeah, look, the whole project's very exciting. It's going to it's just gonna keep maturing as time goes on, and I'm looking forward to people learning more about crypto and the space. You've got the builder mode inside the game once it's up and running, and just learn a lot more. So yeah, I look forward to saying hello to everybody in the chat, and until next time, Giuliano, very nice to talk to you and the audience out there, and
Wonderful.
We'll talk again soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Challenger. And yes, indeed, if you're interested to help build out some of those questions for the Crypto Challenge game, don't hesitate. And all of these things are just going to get released very soon. So CJ, why don't you round us out here and let us know anything we need to know about the upcoming releases, timelines, or anything else like that?
Sure. We'll be well, it's always hard to tell exactly what time. Well, we're very, very close, and that'll be the 1.8 version with both games integrated, CoinSite integrated also, and that's when we can really start to draw in feedback and players, and hopefully get a lot more people in Discord. You can find us through the links. I mean, I guess you could share the links with the post when the video goes up, and yeah, it'd be great to see everybody there. We'll hope to see you.
Well, there you go. Thank you for joining us. This has been another Komodo Metaverse discussion. I'm Giuliano, and I thank once again CJ and Challenger and Weblet for joining us and sharing all about the Cryptocollider experience. New releases coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Check out all the links in the description below. Okay. And if you have more questions, why don't you write them in the comments below. Until next time, take care. Thanks for being here, and goodbye.